DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood-altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky beef. Hey, what is up, mixers? Welcome back to another episode of the MIXINVIXENS. My name is Emily, also known as mlNikon. And please join me in welcoming my other co-hosts, the other Vixens. We've got the lovely Lumi. Hi, Lumi.
Blah, 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 blah. Hi.
Hi. And we have Jennifer Winstead, the TheJuiceFairy.
How's everybody doing?
Hello, hello. And last but not least, we've got Rin. Hi, Rin.
Hi.
How the heck is everybody?
Pretty good. I don't know what to say other than had a good weekend, just chilling.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you do?
We couch shopped. My daughter is getting her first apartment, and she's made her first big girl purchase today.
Ooh, that's fun.
And we were just tug of warring it because she's got a limited budget, but it's really limited for couches $500 in the $500 range that are comfortable, that will also sleep somebody if somebody comes over. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's one thing you don't want to skimp on. You can cheap out on a lot of things, but like good furniture.
I would have just got her a futon. If I was buying it, she'd have had a $300 futon.
Yeah.
But she bought it. She qualified for credit and everything. She paid half of it down, and the other half she's making payments on.
Nice, good for her. Becoming
and $900 though. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. How was your weekend, Rin?
Pretty good. We thought bowling was over, but apparently it's not.
It's not?
So we had an extra week, and then next week is optional, like a fun week, because we obviously didn't win.
Yay! Awesome. Are you happy about that? Are you gonna go to the optional fun week?
Yeah, I plan on it.
Cool.
Because we went anyway. We're like, well, if we don't play league today, we'll just bowl, regular.
You still go, and yeah. Awesome. How about you, Lumi? Did you have a good weekend?
So muted. I've been working overtime on getting done some Toonie stands.
Nice.
I did see them on Facebook or on Instagram, wherever you posted them. I was like, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I got Toonie sent me a bag of his graveyard coils, and I was like, well, what should I do with it? Because there's just so many of them, and I was like, I'm gonna put them in stands, so if anybody wants to have a piece of Toonie, they can just have a piece of Toonie.
That's
some of his
cool.
his vape DNA.
Good luck getting the the vape DNA out of that.
That's a neat idea. Really cool. All right, so as you guys can see, the profile picture in the corner there is this like kind of homemade Pop-Tart looking thing with peaches on it. Did you guys like mixing this up this week?
I particularly liked vaping it.
Right? Me too.
I didn't do peach.
No?
Hell no.
Wait, who said that? Was that Rin?
Yeah.
Oh, are you not a peach fan?
I can't do most peach.
What is that? Did you pretend like it was mangoes? Is that close to a mango looking thing? Did you do mangoes?
I did apples. I figured, because like back in the day, I haven't done this in a while, but I used to cut up pieces of apple, put some cinnamon sugar, microwave it. So it's a nice hot apple. And if you look at it, I mean, it's passable as an apple.
You just have to turn down the hue on it. You know, you have to turn down the warmth on it, and it'll be an apple.
It's those Buckeye apples.
If Jen can do tobaccos with random shit, I can turn a peach into an apple.
Jen can do tobacco. I can do pineapple instead of banana, or the other way around.
I can do whatever the fuck I want instead of citrus.
That's right. Rules be damned.
Yeah.
This is our show. We can do what we want.
Exactly.
Well,
nobody really has set rules. It just says we have to make something by the interpretation of the picture. So.
That's right. Yeah. Loosely interpretation of the picture. You know,
put these vixens in a corner.
I was excited. That's right. I was excited at the prospect because peach is one of the first flavors that I quit smoking on. And so it's always like a bit nostalgic for me. So whenever I vape peach, it's like, you know, certain memories kind of like they transform you back into a different time, a different place. So I enjoy the heck out of some peach.
Yeah, and that's what grape does to me, except now I can only vape grape for 5 drags. That's it. 5 times. Done.
Speaking of grape, have you tried the new Wonder Flavors? Was it sour grape candy or?
No, because I stay away from grapes.
Oh, that's right. Because you can only. You were just saying how you can only vape it for a little bit.
5 times, and that's it. It's just because it was one of those flavors I overdid, so it just gets yucky to me really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge grape fan. Every now and then I'll find a recipe that uses it, and I'll give it a go, and just to kind of remind myself that no, I'm not a grape fan.
Yeah, not even grapple.
It's not like I dislike it, like coconut or tobacco or alcohol, vapes. It's just not a favorite of mine to do. So
yeah, same. It's not that I hate it either. It's just it doesn't do it for me at all.
I like grape every now and then. Me and Max were talking, and he wanted to do, because we were talking about grapples, because grapples are a thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ooh, I bet that would make a good vape." So he did a version of it, and it's good, and it's different. Because with all my tasting issues, having something different is good for me.
I bet you don't get that often.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Flavor West grape soda is pretty good for a grape.
Yeah, that's what I used to vape all the time.
Well, I'm gonna go first because I think it's been a while since I've gone first, and I just am excited to talk about
mine.
So, for my peach, I always layer my peaches, and I always throw TFA nectarine in there. For some reason, peaches have issues. All right, let's be honest. Sometimes peaches have an issue, and I can't put my finger on what it is, but it's kind of like a weird off note that sometimes happens with peaches.
I agree.
You add 1% TFA nectarine, and it makes it better. So I did 1% TFA nectarine, 5% Wonder Flavors peach pine cream, and 2% Jungle Flavors honey peach, because I just love that thick, syrupy sweetness that honey peach gives you. The canned, garbage peaches. This is not a real peach. This is
a canned garbage peach.
Yeah, canned garbage peach. But I love it. I'm here for it, and I love it.
It's an impasta.
And then for the pastry, because I really kind of wanted to, me and bakeries, I wanted to lean heavy on the bakery aspect of this. I did 2.5% one-on-one pie crust. And then of course you get the peach pine cream has a little bit of piness, but not much. But then to accent that, to give it a crisp, kind of more of a crisp outside texture, and to aid in the powdered sugar that you see in the picture, I did 0.5% of a Health Cabin egg roll.
Nice.
I did that,
Nice.
and it's good.
How's it taste? Did it
It's,
get funky or did it get fixed?
it's really good. It's she's thick with 2 C's.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
really good. I like it. It's
now
syrupy.
you got my attention.
You get the bakeryness. You get the little bit of like crispiness. And egg roll has, I'm not gonna say the spice note, but there's a little bit of intrigue there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just like a little bit of what's this? You know?
Yeah.
It's good. I like it a lot. So
Very good.
if you like peach and you like bakeries, give it a mix. Yeah, you'll like this. It's good. Good stuff.
If
Good
someone
stuff.
doesn't have or can't get a hold of egg roll, is there anything else that you could use in place of it, or no?
You know, you could probably get away with using Wonder Flavors cannoli shell, maybe.
Everybody needs egg roll though.
Yeah, Hellcat egg roll's worth that, but it is hard to get. You know, it's not the easiest flavor to obtain.
It's still on DIY Vapor Supply, right? That's where I got mine at least.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Oh, dang it, kitchen sink! I should have known someone was gonna ask me.
I
They
mean, you
asked
could
me
go ahead
how
and
to
look it
get
up
in
because I
Canada.
used it as well. So,
Uh-oh.
And I don't know. I don't remember how I got it, honestly.
I think I did get mine from Vapor Supply, but
I think okay. This is what I think. I think someone got it from Vapor Supply for me, and then like shipped it to me.
And I think the only reason I have it is because Rin sent me some.
So kitchen sink, I'm sorry, but does Chefs have it? Chefs doesn't have Hellcat, do they?
I'm super jealous that you used the peach pie and cream. I completely forgot about that.
Oh,
That's
it's
one of
such a
my
good flavor.
favorite Wonder flavors too, especially when it comes to a good peach. Like, oh,
No, they don't have egg roll either. I don't know kitchen sink. I'm sorry. I can't help. I am no help. No, DIY Vapor Supply does not ship to Canada. We need to write them a petition. Actually, on second thought, no, because if they started shipping to Canada, I would be in big trouble. Because I would be buying all the flavors all the time. Which I do anyway, but it would be even more because I would be like Dave on Noted, buying all the flavors because there may be a hidden gem somewhere that I don't know about.
Yeah. I don't have that compulsion anymore.
Yeah, that's good. Good for you.
Not of different brands. I mean, I love all the Flavoras and I mean, I guess SSA, but I mean, I like to stick to, I don't know. I just don't have the compulsion to go to obscured flavors that aren't easy to get.
Yeah.
I just stick to Bull City. What they have is what I get.
Yeah.
hey, let's petition that Bull City gets more Health Cabin then, because Health Cabin's good.
Oh, good idea. All right, yeah, let's
good.
petition for Bull City to get Health Cabin. That would be easier probably than getting DIY Vapor Supply to ship to Canada.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Because I actually really like that. I'll go next because I used egg roll as well, so we might as well just get the two.
Oh, let's be egg roll buddies.
Yeah, I swear me and you sometimes our minds are connected
Sometimes.
until it comes to all the flavors, and then we just kind of part ways.
Then you guys are unplugged.
All right, what you got, Lumi?
All right, I used Apricot by VSO at 0.23. Super low, probably too low. I actually don't know if it does anything here, but I did it. I used Churro by Jungle Flavors. Why didn't it come up as Jungle Flavors? Huh. We'll have to fix that.
Jungle Flavors Churro is so good. Sorry to interrupt, but
it's the best.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
at 0.88%, Classic Belgian Waffle, Mullenberry, 1.23. Ha ha ha. Egg Roll, Health Cabin, 0.24. Peach VSO, 1.78. If anybody is going to mix this, go ahead and knock the fruits up because I get so many comments about my fruits being too low. But for me, fruits are like, bleh, bam. Like I get them. I get them real low. So if you're going to mix this, you might want to up the fruits a bit. For me, I'm content. I
Nice.
like it. I'm really happy with it.
I like that you use Belgian waffle by Mullenberry. That's such a good and I think underused flavor because like it's a really nice fluffy kind of bakery thing.
Yeah, I
And it
kind
goes-
of now I'm jealous that you use that because that's what I want. I should have gone with.
Because
now that I
it is
saw
like
it.
it's kind of buttery, it's fluffy. In fact, I'm thinking of using it for our next week's profile. Which we'll
I
get to
love
later.
fluffy, buttery goodness.
Yeah.
There's so many options. Like if we could probably do this profile for like a week straight and all of us come up with different recipes
Yeah.
just because there's so many options for fluffiness.
Yep. For sure. Now, yeah, and I think it was peach from VSO I've had, but not apricot. So what's the VSO apricot like?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's coming through in here. I haven't really used it yet, but I just know that when you're doing a peach, apricot's normally really good. And so
Yeah, I
I
normally
kind of was
will
just tinkering
do
with it.
a peach, an apricot, and then the nectarine. Like that's normally kind of my combo. For all you guys are wanting to know what's in my peach one shot.
Yeah, for
Well,
me, peach
for
isn't
you.
like my biggest profile either. So like I'm kind of just like winging it here. I don't know why I'm not the biggest fan of peaches, but
Is it good though?
I like it.
Country
I
boy eat a lot of peaches.
vaped a good chunk of it so far. Given
Yeah.
that I made it last night.
Yeah, and guys, for those of you who do not know, that Jungle Flavors churro is like probably the only churro flavor that actually tastes like a churro. Like it's got the deep fried note that you want, and it's got the right bit of cinnamon, and like it's a good flavor.
Does what's it called now? Jungle Flavors? Do they have Health Cabin?
No, probably not.
Damn.
I'll check, but probably
I
not.
definitely need to refill on some of these jungle flavors. I have
Flavor Jungle is what they're calling themselves now.
Oh.
And I think Bull City has some of them now.
No,
Oh.
what?
Do they have
What?
churro? Because I need to resupply on my churro.
I don't think they have jungle. You mean they have some of? Are you saying Bull City has some of jungle flavors?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you're talking about Bull City had some of Health Cabin.
No.
They have some jungle flavors. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Because there are some jungle flavors out there that are pretty darn tasty and they're unique. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not unique. Actually, they're kind of the opposite of unique. A lot of times, jungle flavors will do a profile and it'll be very similar to like their copycat, but better.
Yeah. It's like they just add something to it to make it better.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah, they don't have churro, but they've got cookie and
Yellow cake.
yellow cake. And they've got strawberry sweet, which is awesome. I'm always buying that stuff. And they've got the honey peach that's in my recipe. All right, we're getting way off topic. We were just talking too about having a shorter show because we didn't have that many people play along, and here I am just.
Well, before we go back on topic, we're just going to add this to the list of things that Little Miss Juice Fairy needs to have Bull City get. We need Health Cabin and we need churro.
They watch us on Monday morning, so they'll hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Will.
Yo,
You
Will.
heard it here first.
How you doing, Will?
How
And give
you
me
doing?
a text while you're at it.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next because I did. You know how you say that you use apricot? That you use nectarine to boost peach. I almost always use apricot from FA.
Yeah,
So-
FA apricot. Yep. Because it's just so dang juicy.
Yeah. So I use SSA peach, ripe peach at 2%. And that's a pretty strong ripe peach. it's almost candy-ish. It's just really good, and it's got that little twang to it. But it needed to be more cooked, so I used apricot at 0.75 along with liquid amber at 0.10 to cook the actual peach part of it.
Oh.
Then I threw a little bit of sweet mango, the new one from Flavora, at 0.25, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So it's only 0.25, so it's not a lot. It is a background note, and you can't really distinct it as a mango. It still goes into the peach realm. And I kept, opposite of Emily, I kept my bakery kind of low, and I did Capella sugar cookie, major cheat there, at 3%.
Heck yeah.
And then I used crumble topping at 0.5%. And that's the majority of my bakery. But you know how when you warm up fruit inside a pocket of any kind, it's kind of gummy in the center. It makes the inside of the bakery, like the outside is fluffy, and then you chomp down and there's this soft part. So I used vanilla custard at 1%, which is a really low percent, to give it that creamy note inside the bakery part. And I can't tell you that, you can actually differentiate each note and tell it, but it really does come together like a little pie of some sort with mostly peach and just a little bit of bakery on the outside.
Nice.
Oh, and let's not forget, I did add sweetener. Did I add it over here? I did not add it on my recipe. I don't see it. But I did add sweetener at 0.75% to make it nice and sweet like a bakery. And I'm not very good with flavor. So I just called it Jen's pastry, peach pastry. So it's like a pastry with some peaches inside, and it's juicy in the center.
All right. I'm dying to know what that SSA red peach is like. I think that's one SSA. That's one of them I haven't tried yet. I don't have it.
It's really good. It's got a twang to it. It is a ripe peach, but it does have a little bit of a candy note.
Okay.
Not as bad as a lot of other peaches out there that are candied though. And it's definitely got that peach bite. Like, you know how it makes you go when you bite into a peach? Well, it has that little bit of a twang to it.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. This looks good.
I liked it a lot. I mean, I only made a 15 mil because peach is not something I vape all the time either.
Throwing in a touch of mango in that was a pro move too.
Just a touch of mango, because between that liquid amber and that apricot, I find that it got a little bit too dark and cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked, a little too cooked, and it needed something to make it, to still give you that little twang. I know that it's a very small percentage, but it just gave it a little bit of a dimension.
Yeah. No, yeah, of course. It looks good. I never would have thought to throw some vanilla custard in there for that, like, kind of doughy center.
And it's just 1%, so it just gives it a little bit of a cream, but not too much.
Yeah, sure. Very nice. Looks good. Looks good. All right, Rin. Last but not least,
time to do some apples.
Yeah, I did apple because I can't do peach. So I use 1% Wonder Flavors apple cinnamon strudel, 0.75% SSA baked apple, 0.25% Wonder Flavors bread sweet bread, 0.25 Flavora caramel, and 0.25 SSA vanilla sugar. The apple cinnamon strudel paired with the Wonder Flavors bread just gives like that bottom layer where it's like a pastry puff or strudel or whatever the hell it is.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Yes.
The sweet bread was nice in there because it gives it a little bit more of like a body to it, and a little bit of like the nice, because like if I have a pastry, I want it to be like fluffy on the inside and soft to where it's not like dry. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So the Flavor Caramel is just to give it a brown sugar note. Because I've tried a lot of brown sugars and they're not good.
Flavor Caramel is the best brown sugar there is.
Yeah. So I did like it, and I liked what it did with the cinnamon from the apple cinnamon strudel.
Uh-huh.
It paired really nicely together. And then the baked apple was just to enhance the apple note in the Wonder Flavors. Because I did use the Wonder Flavors at fairly low percentage. Plus, I really just wanted to try the SSA baked apple to see how it was.
Yeah.
And it's good. It is a baked apple. Some of the other flavors might be enhancing the bakedness of it, but I mean, from what I can taste of it, it's good.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because that's another SSA flavor that I don't have yet. And I was wondering how it compared to something like Pure Elm Country Apple, or like, you know, if it actually is like a baked apple type thing.
Yeah, honestly, it did taste similar to me to the country apple or whatever.
Nice.
But it's hard to say because it is with a bunch of other stuff. So I'd have to like pair them side by side. But if I didn't have the SSA baked apple, that's definitely what I would use in place of it at about the same percentage, because I don't think it would be that different as far as strength.
And I don't think I've ever single flavor tested the apple cinnamon strudel. What, like, how is that as far as the balance between like the apple, the cinnamon, and then like, well, the strudel?
The flavor itself or my mix?
The flavor itself.
Let me see if I have notes. I don't remember if I don't do a whole lot of single flavor tests anymore.
Okay.
Just because I have so many flavors and it became honestly overwhelming, and it's annoying and wasteful because generally I mix it up, I vape it, and then I don't do anything else with it. So it got to the point where it's just wasting bottles and materials and whatnot.
This is going on my list. I'm mixing this up.
Looks like I might have notes. I ranked it 4, so I liked it. No notes
good.
though. Great, good job. I want to say that from what I recall, the apple is a little bit light. It kind of reminded me of like the McDonald's thingy, but maybe a little bit. Yeah, but a little less of the filling part. More of the bakery.
So it's more kind of crust heavy with a little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
And a little less sweet, like you'd have to add sweetener, because from what it's been a long time since I've had the apple pies from there or anywhere. Yeah, I remember them being
real sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, they're real sweet. So hence the caramel and the vanilla sugar, which I think was a really good move.
Yeah, I thought about adding icing, but it's like, is that going to take away from? Because I really like the favorite part for me in this is the bread note, which is odd, but I really like the way the Wonder Flavors baked bread, or the sweet bread, and the strudel came together. Like, it's a really nice taste.
Awesome. It looks good. It looks,
yeah, and it did steep for 5 days before I even tried it, so I don't know how it changes or if it changes, but I would imagine the apple calms down a little bit after sitting. Because I get mainly the bread note or the pastry, whatever, and then the apples more towards the end along with the brown sugar and cinnamon.
Nice.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. Thank you for sharing. So, everyone's mix looks good this week.
We had 4 people play along with us this week.
Nice. 4 people. Okay. That's not, not the most we've had, but that's still pretty good.
I see a name I don't recognize.
More, but
I see a name I don't recognize. Do you guys recognize Nick Talope?
No. Must be a new one, a new player.
Yeah. Let me because the name was odd to me. It was just somebody I didn't recognize, which is, thank you so much for playing along. I want to call it out. I want to go ahead and
sure, go ahead, go for it.
So they did Angel Cake from Wonder Flavors at 2%. The Bavarian Cream from Wonder Flavors at 1%. Crispy wafer, Wonder Flavors again, 2%. It looks like they went Wonder Flavors all the way. Croissant, 2%. Frog gummy candy, 3%. And peach pie and cream, 3%.
What on earth is frog gummy candy?
Frog gummy candy does have a peachy note to it.
Yeah.
That's awesome, especially since it's all Wonder Flavors.
It is a sweet, and it's got peachy notes in it, and so I would think that would give it the maybe that's what gives it the gel portion in the center. It's pretty interesting.
I like that he used all Wonder Flavors. I love Wonder Flavors. Huge fangirl of Wonder Flavors.
Yeah, that looks good. Thank you for playing along, Nick the Loop.
Hope to see you come back again and play with us again sometime.
Yeah.
Won't
And
you?
Johnny, he's watching now too. He said that he's gonna submit his first one soon. He mixed one up, but it didn't turn out that well, so he didn't submit it, and that's completely fine. You know, they can't always turn out like you want every time you mix. Even we bomb out sometimes.
We try to warn you guys when we bomb out, though.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Yeah, but this looks good, being all Wonder Flavors and everything. I never would have thought to use frog gummy candy, but it makes sense.
It does make sense in a weird kind of way.
Yeah.
I mean, because it will have the jammy note.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got the butteriness from the croissant with a little bit of crispy.
Peach pie and cream, like my favorite Wonder Flavors flavor, next to cream filling.
Yeah, that's like the best freaking peach flavor out there. All right.
I'll do I Am Sam because
all right.
I got to. And it looks like he finally came through and used Lumi percentages, so that's another plus. However,
Sam, I'm so disappointed in you.
However, peer pressure is a great thing. I don't really know how to pronounce this. So, peas in cream keys? Like, anybody got anybody at all?
I see Page.
Peaches and cream keys.
Peach and cream is what he's. Peach
Sure.
and cream cakes.
Sure. We'll have to work on your names next. Anyways, we got Cookie Biscotto by FA, 1.47. I like it. French Vanilla Thick, super concentrate Wonder Flavors. Love it. 1.03. Honey Peach, another wonderful jungle. We're just really good at English today. Jungle Flavors flavor at 1.54. Oh, he used Peach Pie and Cream by Wonder Flavors, 3.94. Shortbread Biscuit, SSA, 0.53. Shortbread Cookies, Super Concentrate Wonder Flavors, 2.47. I'm mixing it. Not only did he use Lumi percentages, he used some really awesome flavors.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And then notes, peaches and cream and cookies. Give this a few days. More time, the cookie gets better. Ha! It's a steeper. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, let's see if you mix this.
Shit.
Well, not anymore.
I mean, I might.
Thanks for
Maybe
playing,
it'll
Sam.
last a couple of days. My stuff that I mix doesn't really last a couple of days.
All right. Very cool. Sam, this looks pretty darn good. Pretty tasty. All right, I will do the next one. Good old Nuggie or Noogie. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but you know what? It's Nuggie.
I like the way you say it when you say nuggie.
Nuggie. Victory Croissant at 1.5%. Flavora Graham Cracker at 0.7%. Pastry Zest by Flavora at 0.3%. 3% Wonder Flavors Peach Pie and Cream. 1% Flavora Vanilla Pudding. And 1% Capella Yellow Peach. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Yeah, it looks delicious. That Flavora Graham Cracker, though, that's another one that's not use as much as I'd like, because
I
it's
actually
so
just reordered a bottle of that because I love it so much.
so good.
Yeah, it's one of those flavors I forget to use, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, it's one of the more accurate of the graham crackers.
Sometimes I'll get like a Nilla wafer note
Yeah.
off of it. And I got that from Fresh. So once Fresh told me that's as close as I can get to it.
It. Yeah.
Yep.
Now I use Flavor West graham cracker more, not because it's more accurate, but just because I like it tastes better to me. Sometimes flavor trumps accuracy. But like Flavor West graham cracker has a tendency to like bully other flavors. You know what I'm saying? So when I want to just delicately layer in an authentic graham cracker, that's when I'll use Flavor graham crust or graham cracker. Yep. All right, there's one left. Rin, you want to have at it?
Yep. So we have Peachy Custard Tart by Darcy, 82. She used Legendary Custard by Mullenberry at 4%, Nectarine by TFA 3%, Juicy Peach, TFA 5%, Sugar Crunch by Nicotine River 1.5, and Zappola by Flavor Art 3%.
Pretty good.
All right, Darcy. I've never heard of Sugar Crunch. Have any of you guys had it? And if you have, is it anything similar to like Raw Sugar by Vape Train?
I've never tried it, but that's
Never tried it.
It's not similar to that at all.
It's not.
No.
Is it like what's that cereal that made me think of? Captain Crunch? There we go. Is it a cereal, Captain Crunch?
No.
Oh.
What does it taste like?
It adds like a bakery crunch to stuff.
Oh.
Okay. Like I'm picturing like the sugar crystals on top of muffins. Like that?
No, it's like bready.
She's
Oh,
like,
okay.
no, it's like bready.
Well, the thing
bready.
is like I bought it thinking that's what it was, and I was
So,
super
like-
excited.
Like the top of cobblers. How it's like crunchy, but it's like a bready crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah? Kind of.
Hmm.
It's an interesting flavor, but I don't know if you should like go out of your way
Go
to
get it. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not about to pay extra shipping just to order from Nicotine River unless it's a mind blowing flavor.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's interesting, but
Yeah.
have I used it a whole lot? No, I've used it probably twice.
Okay.
It's a good way to put it.
Cool. Well, guys, thank you for playing along. That was awesome. I'm pretty excited for next week. I think was it Jennifer that picked next week's? No, it was our tech producer, Mr. Friction, picked
As he holds his hand up.
next week's profile. No one can see him though. Submitted by Robin Shushack. It looks quite delicious. Looks like a pudding dessert or a layered pudding dessert of some sort with strawberries on it. And this is what I was talking about when I said I was thinking of maybe using mullenberry waffle, because if you see it kind of looks like there's pieces of like either cake in it or something.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that might be good for some fluffy nuggets of delightfulness.
It looks delicious.
Yeah,
I want
it
to eat that,
does.
not just vape it.
Yeah.
I know, right? I would house that thing.
Mine's already done and it's really good, so I'm excited.
Nice.
Rin's like, I saw the picture, I made it.
I'm on it.
Well, the thing is I'm strawberry mute pretty much, so I'm like, I need to start this like now and figure out what I'm gonna do, because I can't keep like throwing random stuff in there. Like, oh, it's a blueberry. Like, no, it's not a blueberry.
I got this. I could actually make this in real life because I got strawberries.
Yeah, it's
I
strawberry
kept
pecan seeds in
holding
here
up
too.
sour cream. I was like, okay.
I was
that's
hoping you guys were going to think I was sitting here digging into sour cream while you guys were doing your recipe, but nobody said anything or laughed.
I gave you the look.
I saw the look and I was like, yes, I think I trapped one of them into thinking I might be
Digging
eating
into
sour
some
cream.
sour
I was
cream.
like, what are you doing? And then you grabbed the strawberries out of it. I was like, oh, okay. Now I understand.
I always try to make you guys laugh when you're trying to do serious stuff, and sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. But hey,
Gotta try, right?
Sure. All right. Well, I think unless there's anything else anyone has to add, I think that's it. And we are just gonna wrap the show up early. Does anyone have any objections to that?
No, I'm good with that.
I'm gonna make strawberry things.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I just want to thank Bull City for being a good friend of the show. You guys are awesome. And Flora, thank you so much for sponsoring us. And Wayne, thank you for putting us on your podcast network. We really appreciate that. And you guys all for watching right now in the replay. Thank you, much love, because without your support, we wouldn't be here. This is why
That's
we
right.
do
We
it.
do this for you.
We do this for you. As long as you guys still like it, we'll still show up and have a good time, just chilling and talking flavors with y'all. We will see you next week for that delicious tasting pudding. Everyone have a good rest of your weekend.